At the end of this video, you'll know the common mistakes to avoid as an aspiring videographer and some tips our team has learned on their journey. Hey everyone, it's Elliot here to empower your inner video creator. I get it. Creating takes time, and a part of the process is learning from your mistakes. Our team has made plenty of mistakes, so lucky for you, we're gonna share them so you can avoid these mistakes as you turn your creative pursuit into a career.
A common mistake people make is buying an expensive camera, which is something that you technically don't need to do because you're likely to have a camera on you already. Like your phone. You can start making videos or even practice shooting on your phone. A lot of professionals use them to create vlogs, documentaries, and other online content. Filmmaking is expensive at all levels, so make sure you embrace your limitations. If you work in an office, see if you can use your office space. If you need extras, ask your friends. If you need a dog in a scene, maybe ask your neighbor if you can borrow his dog for the day. Being resourceful will immensely help you out as a filmmaker, okay?
When you're out filming, things can get really hectic. If you're filming a wedding, an event, or your short film, you can burn through SD cards really quickly. Before you get yourself into a panic, always check your SD cards before filming, because you don't want to find out that your SD card hasn't been formatted and you don't have enough space when you're filming. And on the flip side, before you format a card, check it. You don't want to accidentally delete your footage if you haven't exported or backed it up properly. A good tip for our video team is to flip the SD card in the case. For example, SD cards where the labels are shown are empty cards. Those that are flipped are exposed and shouldn't be inserted in the camera until the files are backed up.
All right, get out of here. What's really important is white balance. Make sure to set the white balance before shooting. In other words, do not use auto white balance. It sucks. I mean, you can use auto white balance, but if you do that, then if your subject moves or if something in the scene changes, your camera's gonna change the white balance and everything's gonna be all over the place. Our team recommends that you use a custom Kelvin setting when setting your white balance. That way, nothing's gonna change in the middle of your shoot. If your camera doesn't have a Kelvin setting, you can also do the custom white balance setting, which is when you take a picture of something white with auto white balance, like this piece of paper, and then you go and change it in your custom white balance settings. Feel free to experiment with your camera's white balance settings and try different things out, but I'd highly recommend that you end up really setting it so that everything that is supposed to be white in the image looks white.
That was great. Thank you. Please.
Hey, okay.
All right. One thing you can never have enough of is pre-production. This phase is absolutely crucial if you want a smooth production. A rushed pre-production will leave you with a much more difficult, a much longer, and much more expensive shoot and editing phase. Pre-production is sometimes the longest step in filmmaking. This is when the scripting, casting, location scouting, and many more is planned out. This is the safest place to make mistakes, so make it here. Don't spend hours and hours getting a shot that doesn't add anything to the story. Great videographers always think about how each shot will be used in the final edit. They're constantly thinking about how their footage can be cut in relation to the shot before and after. When shooting, be sure to schedule a little bit more time than you think you need in order to get some B-rolls and some different angles. There you have it. Those are 4 mistakes that you can avoid in your next production to make it more efficient and your product more impressive. Is there a mistake that you keep making? The best way to fix it is to acknowledge it, so let us know in the comments. If you found this video helpful and want more tips about video creation, don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep creating and I'll see you next time.